Are you tired of your 9 to 5? I know it might sound like a cliche. I'm sure you've heard a lot about 9 to 5, being able to start something else. But today I want to really talk to us about the trend that I'm seeing every day in our cities. I live in Los Angeles, California. So if you're in Los Angeles, in Austin, Texas, in Dallas, and in some major cities in the US, you probably see a trend. You probably have seen these robo-taxis that are released by Elon Musk, or Waymo. We have the one that here in Waymo in California, in Los Angeles. And I've seen Waymo cars pass me all the time in freeway, on the roads. They stop by the lights. They go when the light is green. I'm like, whoa, these self-driving cars are crazy good. But this week alone, I've seen 4 Waymos that had passengers in them. So it's actually catching up. I'm literally thinking of going into one of those Waymos one of these days just for the fun of it. But I'm saying this to say that a lot of our jobs are going to be lost. Think about people who buy fleets of cars to run Uber or Lyft or yellow cabs, people who do Instacarts, people who do Grubhub, and you can imagine some of those things that you actually go drive, make some quick money and go back in. Those people are going to be losing their work. Why? Because they are self-driven cars. I don't know if any of you have gone to a restaurant recent that there's no human being serving. 100% automated restaurants. McDonald has them here in LA. I don't know what city you live in, but in LA here, McDonald have some of these self-service, 100%. You go there, you buzz in, you pay, the robot goes and bring your food, you eat your food, you go. You don't see a human being. What does that tell you about restaurants, about people who work in those environments? I do have an El Pollo Loco down the street where my office is, and I actually went to El Pollo one of these days, and I found out that they now have self-service kiosks, like 3 self-service kiosks right in front. The employees are gleefully happy. They're not even seeing that they're about losing their jobs. So now, work that they would have needed 6 people to be doing, they need just 2 people just to package the order. I'm saying this to say that a lot of industries are going to get hit with AI. I'm sure you're already thinking about your own industry. Now, combine this with the fact that today, as we speak, 70% of people who have a full-time job are looking for side hustle. And this is according to MSNBC. You could pull it up. So put all these things together and think of your own industry where you are. What you're earning right now, is that enough? Now, what will happen when AI pulls it off of your feet? That's why you want to look at industries that will always require human intelligence, like the financial services industry, like the life insurance industry. Someone has to sit with you, do your needs analysis. Someone has to come and draw blood to underwrite you and make you an offer. I'm telling you, when it comes to AI, when you go to areas like even in healthcare, now we do a lot of telehealth. They say, oh yeah, I had an appointment with my doctor early this morning. I'm like, oh, how did it go? He said, fine. It was a phone appointment. So people do phone doctor's appointment these days. People do doctor's appointment on Zoom. In fact, some healthcare organizations are now being very smart. You have a login to your Health Connect. You log in, you answer the questions. So the normal screening questions that we normally will ask in the ER as a registered nurse or as a doctor, our normal assessment questions are now done online. So once they finish, based on that, the normal computer program of if then else will decide whether we're going to ask them to come in. What does that tell you? A lot of jobs are going to be lost. With what is your alternative? What's your backup plan? As we're going into this AI world, are you sitting there waiting and saying, oh yeah, I'm an Uber driver, and you think that's a long-term plan for you? And then 2-3 years from now, when robo-taxis and Waymos saturate the atmosphere and people are going to drive with those ones, because those ones are so precise, there's no delay. Like, you literally call your car, in the next 1 minute is right there. You don't worry about whether someone smoked in the car or things like that, because those are taken care of, right? So I'm just saying it to say, so many of you are thinking already. If you're at that place where you're thinking of what other industries to look in, reach out. By the way, I'm not saying financial services is only obviously good industry. I'm just saying your own industry. How would it be in the next 3, 4, 5 years? Because you want an industry that requires human intelligence. Typically, you don't need experience to work with us. We train you, we coach you, we mentor you. So if you found value in this video, share it with someone else that will benefit from it. Drop your comments about where you think AI is going. Like, how do you think AI is going to affect your own job? When I worked in healthcare, I noticed every time we had these meal carts that two ladies are going to push the cart to the unit, and then they grab the trays and give to the patients. After a while, I stopped seeing these ladies, but I will see the meal cart automatically appear in our unit. One day, I went into the elevator, and guess what I saw? I saw the milk cart pushing itself. That's what I thought, until I saw that a little tiny robot was pushing this cart. It turns out that this little robot will push out the milk cart, and then one of the charge nurses will pull the milk cart into the unit, and we as the nurses will pull the meal trays and go give our patients. And when the patients finish, we pick up our meal trays, put it back in the cart. The charge nurse pushes out to the elevator. The little robot picks it back from the elevator. You know how many people that took their jobs? A lot. I don't know what industry you were in, but I know that the industry you're wanting to look into right now is an industry that's going to be needing human intelligence the next 10, 20, 30 years.